When the Vorten Imperium captured the mining colony on Kestrel 9, they expected a quick, clean subjugation. The Vorten were the oldest conquerors in the sector, masters of intimidation and precise violence. Their soldiers, all muscle and scaled armor, loved nothing more than watching weaker species crumble under plasma fire and iron boots. So when they breached the last bunker near the refinery pits, Commander Zelvar fully expected to find sniveling miners begging for their lives. Instead, they found the humans. About a dozen of them stood shoulder to shoulder, dusty work suits half-burned from the battle outside. The air stank of scorched rock and smoldering metal. In the middle stood a tall man, helmet tucked under one arm, the other hand resting on the barrel of an old mining railgun. Zelvar hissed a chuckle. Primitive weapons? We offer surrender, human. Lay down your arms. Work for the Imperium. Or die. The tall man, Holt Renner, the humans called him, just grinned. His teeth were cracked from an earlier blow, but he didn't care. He spat blood onto the deck, looked Zelvar dead in the eye, and said, I'm already on shift, buddy. Why stop working now? The Vorten troopers shifted nervously. No one was supposed to joke when facing the plasma carbines of the Imperium's shock troops. Zelvar's frills twitched in annoyance. He raised a clawed hand and fired. A crackling ball of green plasma hit Holt square in the chest. The impact threw him backwards into a steel support beam with a hollow clang. A cloud of burned fabric and ionized air drifted where he'd been standing. The other miners froze. The Vorten soldiers snarled, expecting screams, a body, surrender, anything but what came next. Holt pushed himself upright, brushing off bits of melted fabric. A smoldering hole hissed in the front of his suit, exposing the charred but somehow unbroken armor vest beneath. He looked down at the smoking crater in his clothes, then back up at Zelvar. And he laughed. Not a nervous chuckle. A full, roaring, belly laugh that echoed off the metal walls. He slapped the railgun against the floor, doubling over. Oh, you got me good. Damn. That's the strongest handshake I've had all month. The troopers looked at each other. Zelvar hissed in disbelief. Impossible. You should be dead. Holt wiped a tear from his eye. Yeah? You should have brought a bigger gun. He lunged. Before the nearest trooper could react, Holt smashed the butt of the railgun into its jaw, spraying greenish blood across the bulkhead. Plasma shots ricocheted wildly as he ducked behind a crate, shouting to his crew, Let's go. Show these scaled bastards what real miners can do. The other humans surged forward. They weren't soldiers, they had no training in fancy tactics, but they had brute strength, raw grit, and tools that could punch through asteroid cores. Hydraulic cutters hissed open armored plates. Arc torches flashed blue, slicing weapons in half. A heavy rock saw spun up with a shriek, spitting sparks as it carved through alien rifles. The Vorten learned quickly that humans didn't flinch when burned, didn't surrender when wounded, and didn't break when cornered. Worse, they laughed at the pain as if each blow only fed some primal furnace inside them. Zelvar fell back, swinging his sidearm wildly. Holt charged him, grabbed the plasma pistol, and jammed the barrel under his own scorched vest. He leaned in close, grinning. Go on, lizard. Do it again. Zelvar hesitated just long enough for Holt's crew to tackle him. They dragged the Vorten commander down, pinning him against the deck. Holt ripped the plasma pistol free and inspected it like an interesting toy. You Imperium boys love your shiny weapons. Know what we love. He tossed the pistol aside, picked up a heavy mining drill instead. Its diamond tip spun to life, whirring inches from Zelvar's throat. We love making things work. Rocks, steel, tunnels. You think a little plasma bolt is gonna scare folks who spend their lives under 1 billion tons of asteroid waiting to collapse? Nah, we laugh at that. Outside the bunker, other human cells were already rising up. News spread fast. The lizards aren't invincible. They can bleed. They can run. And behind every rebel, Holt's laughter echoed, reminding the Imperium that some species don't know when to stay down. They learned that day what the galaxy should have remembered all along. If you come for humanity, you'd better kill every last one, because if even one is left standing, they'll stand up laughing.